Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the South Sound. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
Welcome to Sideline Sports. This week, North Mason Wrestling battles Squim. The Shelton girls basketball team hosts Peninsula. Boys basketball travels to Timberline. And our game of the week, it's the Shelton girls basketball team at Capitol.
This portion of Sideline Sports is brought to you in part by
Mason General Hospital, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health. Bulldog wrestlers were going for their first Olympic League win of the season. North Mason wrestlers were back on the mat Thursday night hosting Squim in conference play. The Bulldogs impressed as a team, winning the match 48-33. Jesus Miguel, Gabriel Navarro, Zachary Case, and Wiley Rice each recorded pins for North Mason. The Bulldogs also won 4 matches due to forfeit. The match of the night was at 160 pounds when Squim's Hayden Gresley won by decision 1-0 over North Mason's Daniel Pulley. It was the first conference win of the season for North Mason, who now sit at 1-2 in Olympic League play. North Mason's Wiley Rice was happy with his big pin at 285 pounds.
He was pretty high. I just took the shot. He was standing high, and I just drove, and then I squeezed. It was short and simple, and it was a good match.
The Bulldogs are back on the mat hosting North Kitsap January 18th. I'm Jeff Slakey for iFiber One Sports.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
the Gillis Auto Center. At Gillis, you're covered forever. It went down to the wire for Shelton girls basketball hosting Peninsula.
A big crowd was on hand at the Shelton Mini Dome as the High Climbers hosted Peninsula in South Sound Conference play. A back-and-forth first quarter had the game tied at 16 all. Peninsula would take the lead in the second quarter, up 32-29 at halftime. Bella Frazier led all scorers at the half for Peninsula with 19 points. Tough defense gave both teams a chance to win down the stretch, but it was the Seahawks holding on for the 55-53 victory. Bella Frazier was the player of the game for Peninsula, finishing with 36 points. Kayla Garnes led all scorers for Shelton with 19 points. The High Climbers are back on the court Friday night hosting Timberline. I'm Sean Wells for iFiber One Sports.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Shelton boys basketball looking to pull the upset against top-ranked Timberline.
The Timberline Blazers were going for their 5th conference victory of the season Friday night hosting Shelton. Timberline caught fire early, racing out to a 20-point lead after the first quarter. Timberline would take a 21-point lead, up 41-20 into halftime. Eli Morton had 9 points at the half on 3 3-pointers for Timberline. Shelton would fight back in the second half, cutting the lead to just 14 in the fourth quarter, but the Blazers would hold on down the stretch, winning 70-53. The win puts Timberline in second place in the South Sound Conference with a 5-1 record. Shelton sit in 7th place with a 1-5 conference record. The High Climbers are back on the court Wednesday hosting Yelm. Timberline travel to Central Kitsap on Wednesday. I'm Sean Wells for iFiber One Sports.
Other scores in boys basketball: Capitol over Central Kitsap 63-43, North Thurston 80, Yelm 36, and Timberline 71, Gig Harbor 41. In girls basketball, North Thurston 60, Yelm 52, Timberline over Gig Harbor 43-40, and Capitol over North Thurston 63-52. In wrestling, Aberdeen 72, Shelton 16, Central Kitsap 54, Capitol 24, and North Kitsap over Bremerton 51-24. Our game of the week is Shelton girls basketball at Capitol in South Sound Conference play. The High Climbers are off to a hot start, 4-2 in conference and 8-3 overall. Capitol just 2-4 in conference play, but sit at 8-4 overall. The two teams met earlier in the season, with the High Climbers getting the better of the Cougars, winning 71-46. The game tips off Friday night at 7 from Capitol High School. Upcoming games in boys basketball: North Mason at Port Angeles, Shelton versus Yelm, and North Thurston versus Peninsula. In girls basketball, it's North Thurston at Gig Harbor, Timberline versus Peninsula, Central Kitsap versus Yelm. And in wrestling, Timberline at Peninsula, Central Kitsap versus Yelm, and Shelton at Gig Harbor. This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.